Okay. Let's see. That's a keep. Kinda. So I built a Yorion Brawl historic deck. Let's start with a white mana. Actually, I should have played blue to have counter spell out, but eesh. That's an enchantment. Let's just go ahead and kill that thing now. I did Yorion because I wanted a white-blue, sort of in honor of the Ukraine. Really, white's the closest you can get to yellow, I guess. I wish I had this to counter. Alright, let's see what he does. He's going to get out of hand real fast. Can't target his stuff. Let's just counterspell that. I don't like that. That's not good for me. Let's draw a card. Hopefully it's a land. It is. So now I have this play. Bounce target permanent. Non-land permanent opponent controls. Yeah. Two hand. So what's he going to play? He's going to play this guy. Okay. Got to give him something here. I think I'm going to go ahead and bounce Heliod into turn to make him work for it. Oh, okay. Well, we need some white mana. That's what we need. So what are we going to put on top? You and you at the moment. I want this to draw on my next turn. So I can remove something, go get a land. Okay. Very good. Let's go get a white. I know I'm going to shuffle back the cloud shift, but kind of need... I need this for Heliod, so I got to save that. Let's go ahead and copy this guy. Ooh, cloud shift came back. This and this for now. Leave that on top. Swing for 5. Now I'm swinging for 11 in the air. I've controlled his board state fairly well. And, ooh, there we go. That's pretty good. Destroy creatures or play a Yorion. You know what? Let's just continue with the pressure and leave counter spell up. I think that's the play. He's gonna try to cast maybe this. What does this say? Okay, resolve that. How can I forget how to choose that. Just resolve that. This says enchantments can't be countered. So let's counter that spell. Return permanent, create a token, and target player draws. So target non-land permanent, that can go back to hand. Target creature I control will copy that, and I'll draw a card. So now I have lethal. Put 2 cards on top of my library. I don't have enough for that, so that and that. No, we want to draw that. Although omniscience, omniscience, however you want to say it, it would be fantastic if I could play it on my turn. I'll pay the 2 life. Okie dokie, so I can go ahead and try to destroy this and present lethal. Good game. Oh, come on, let me attack. Oh, that's hilarious. So, by the way, Sithis Harvest Hand can be a nasty deck. Gaining life, drawing cards is just gross. I happen to get a nice suite of cards. It's a blue-white control. ETB effects is the name of the game here with Yorion. But again, I wanted to do something blue and yellow and make a Brawl deck in honor of the Ukraine. White and blue seem to be the closest color. There's no yellow. Although, maybe artifacts? Can you see artifacts are yellow? Do a blue artifact deck? That's a possibility. Excuse me. So, anyways. So it's Yorion. It's ETB effect. So, I keep saying so. I apologize. That must be annoying. It is for me. So, again, I did it again. Minimus containment. Minimus containment, yeah. The name, I don't like the name of this card, but what it does is fantastic. So it takes like a Heliod and it's indestructible and just makes it a treasure. And you can just shut it off. So he's got to sacrifice it. I can also shut it off with Faith Fetters. This is in here to control planeswalkers and things like Heliod, things like this. I guess, does it? Enchantment can't attack or block, can't activate its abilities. Okay. So, the activated ability can be turned off, but the life gain static ability still triggers. But still, these are good answers to have. I kept this in hand, waiting for the Heliod. I guess he anticipated me waiting for this. Like, okay, I'm going to counter this. Removal, a blink effect for my Yorion. By the way, I didn't even play him yet. How gross would that be? I could flash him in and bounce all three of these. End of turn, come back. This destroys one of these things. This copies this, destroying another thing. This brainstorms again. Oh, and Limerith's in the deck. I've tried to put creatures in here that are considerable and do things. So a 5/5 flying hexproof creature is great on defense, but on offense it draws you cards. This guy's pretty good. Brazen Borer, because I get to bounce a permanent. It was relevant. I bounced this to his hand and he never came back. Also, a 3/1 flyer is nothing to sneeze at. A constant 3 points of damage each turn, because it's got evasion, is bonus. Right? Alright, let's leave the match. Let's try one more time. It's only 8 minutes. The guy conceded. Wouldn't let me attack and finish. I don't blame him. Can't blame him for that. I got my triggers for my daily rewards, so that works, or that's relevant. I wanted to play this card from Kawigama. It tutors or land, I believe, for 2, and it's got some other ability. I want to play it in an artifact deck. It'd be nice to abuse that card. The art on it is very nice as well. This set, you know, I like the flavor, I like the art. I would have preferred some better samurai art, but whatever, it's good. I can't complain. You know, I can't complain because I had a personal preference. And look at this disgusting hand. What? Oh, it's the same guy. He's like, I'm not playing that. P.S. Again. Sorry, dude. What's your name? Rockjin? Rockjin, I guess. Okay, Rockjin. If you're out there and you're watching this, I apologize. I didn't mean to frustrate you. You were probably going to win this match based on this hand. Let's try again. Maybe nobody's playing right now. Yeah, he's like, you already saw what BS that deck does. I don't want to play it. I have a friend that does that. Sees a commander, knows the style of deck that it is, and he's like, nope, not gonna do it. Concede, which is fair. I mean, you know, if you want to just let me put me in the waiting on the waiting list. This art, by the way, is fantastic. That dragon, that's a nice piece. I like that one. Bravo. 2 hands, golf clap. So I have a friend who does that, and it's understandable. You don't want to frustrate yourself. Why play a game that will only tend to lead to you being frustrated? Oh, here we go. There's a pain in the arse. Heliod. I built a CEDH version of him. He's really good. I'll keep. Not really the greatest, but I can shut off. Oh no, I can't. Only his ability. We just talked about that, didn't we? I'll keep this. Just talked about that. So it can shut off his life link, but not his true. Oh, great. Give me a 10. I'm shy on mana, and you give me a 10 card? Thanks, Wizards. You're doing this because of that last game that I won. Fair, I guess. I need lands, obviously. This, you know, if I was in a situation where I had to loot or discard a card, this thing would go. Toot sweet. Oh. Is he going to play a non-creature spell? Or develop my board? Well, you know what? I didn't get a mana, so I have to develop my board, unfortunately. Because this is technically both a creature and enchantment. Couldn't counter that, so taking the turn off to keep this up would have not been good for me. And white seem... Give me all the big... Wizards, give me all the big cards, why don't you? Like, just... 7 drop, 10 drop. Yeah. What to pitch? Let's loot. Didn't I just talk about the... Ooh. That's nice. That's not. Yeah. This is going to get out of hand. He's going to attack with 2 guys. Gain tons of life. Gain tons of counters. I think this game is done. Well, kinda. I need removal. Doesn't look like I'm going to get it. I needed a mana for this. I can, as a trick, exile a creature. Oh, there's the land. 2 of them. And I got nothing in behind. I'm not going to belinger this. But I will let him swing in. And kill me. So I can do face fetters. Ooh, look at that. Yep, I think that's lethal now. No, put it on one of these guys. You lost a point of damage there. Not that it matters, but 14, yeah, that's more than enough. See, at this point, you're showboating, like... Just swing. I would have not done... Ooh. Alright, let's exile that. Oh, I should have done... He still gets the triggers. Yeah, he still gets the triggers. Whatever. It's still good. But, like, why showboat? I wouldn't have blocked. Just attack. Right? It's like, look at what I can do. If you're playing historic Brawl, for the most part, you understand what that format does. It's a bit broken. It's a bit more powerful. So if you were to talk about any comparison, it's the difference between regular Commander and CEDH, right? So you know, people know what's going on. You don't need to. If you have lethal, just swing. I'm all tapped out. Well, I wasn't technically fair, but still, the game's over, essentially. So you don't need to showboat. You know, we know what Heliod does. I was also mana shy, kept a 2-land hand there. And I got like a 10 drop, 7 drop. So if I had gotten a card, 1 land there, I may have been able to maybe stabilize. Probably not. Heliod's broken. And CEDH, it's disgusting because you can put all your mana rocks. I think I did a video. You can put all your mana rocks and you can go turn 1 Heliod, turn 2 Heliod, and then just all these creatures, they create problems and grow your board state, and you just swing for lethal. And if that doesn't work, you just go tutor up a walking ballista, give it lifelink, and it's off to the races. You can win the game. Oh, you want to play silence before you do it. What, is there something wrong with my mana? I have tons of mana in here, and I'm only getting 1. Oh, look at this. No white. Ugh. Keep this. This is not looking good. No, I can't. That's just nothing to do there. Time warp. And we'll keep 6. We'll put this at the bottom, because taking an extra turn at the moment is not any good. Okay, so play land. Ugh. Is this another mono white deck? Ay, okay. Let's see what he does. Swings in for 2. I'll take the 2. I'm going to keep this for something relevant. Alright, it's my turn. Let's just kill this thing. Okay. So, draw some cards, or play this guy. He probably has removal, so let's just draw some cards. That's good. So I can play land, play a Solemn, go get another land, and the next turn I can play this.
Did you eat?
I'm in the middle of a record. Did I what?
I'll ask you after.
Oh, wonderful. My son. Ooh. Oh, so here's the conundrum. Exile this, or wait till he plays this guy. Yeah, let's just develop my board. Let's get another blue. He probably has removal because he's playing black. He's going to go ahead and draw a card. Okay. You draw a card, sir. Let me talk about Grazilax, whatever his name is. The scholar there. I built a deck with him. Yeah, I'll take action. I'll take a blue because I need to cast my brainstorm on my next turn. Anyway, I did a deck with him, and basically you're attacking, and your opponent is either. So I'm going to, depending on what he does, I may play Grazilax. Oh God, Grazi. Okay, let's call him Grazi. No blocks. I'm going to attack with Solemn. If he doesn't block, I draw a card. If he blocks, I get to return this back to my hand. So that's fantastic. Let's try that out. See how that works. Let's see if he'll block. No blocks. I'll draw a card. Thank you. Now I'll play him. I know I can play this. Save this for his general, but why? Let's mess with his board state. He seems to be mana trouble too. 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can, no, 4, yes. I can cast him on my next turn and leave up a negate, which is good. I think that's what I'll try to do next turn. He or she, Elevar, I don't know how to pronounce that, but anyway, they are in some mana troubles. Let's go ahead cast the Gales, Cavalier of Gales. The 5/5 flyer. And also when it dies, it gets reshuffled into your yard. Ooh. No. Negate. I like my Cavalier, thank you very much. I have to put 2 cards. Let's put 2 lands. Oh, Thassa's. We'll put the white on top. Now we'll move to combat. Oh, what are you gonna do? I mean, he stopped because he can do this token thing. Wonderful. Okay. All right. What will you do? Block this one? I could return it back to my hand, but I won't. Block this. I will return it to my hand. Okay. I'll draw a card. Well, I know what it is because it's a land, but. All right. He keeps staring at this Cavalier. Yeah, go ahead. Burn your spell on him. The best thing about it is you need to exile Cavalier, because if you kill it, it just shuffles into my library and I get to scry 2. So I get to tuck this thing at the bottom because I don't need it at the moment. What do we got? Oops. What do we got in our yard? Yeah, a couple of useful spells. I can go ahead to Yorion on my next turn if I want. Ooh. I'm going to look at his hand. He's holding so many cards. My next play is going to be this, then this. Okay. We know what that is. Let's see what's in his hand. And make things cost more. Ooh. Awakening, Drana, Oi. Removal. Let's make the removal cost more. Then I'll play Thassa. Attack here and here. So again, if he blocks, I get to return this back to my hand, which is fantastic. It's a great little tech. You know, I think, what was I saying before? I built this guy in an EDH deck, and man, was it a lot of fun. What do I want to do? If he draws a land, he can go ahead and play his flyer, which I don't care. Oh, he conceded. Okay, let's look at that. Again, I don't blame him. He was mana shy, and he was having an uphill battle and was facing a lot of damage here. I can also start tapping down his creatures and swinging with team. What would I've blinked? This exiles a thing, but I don't care to give him this back. This gets me another land. This brainstorms. And this makes something cost more. I would probably... Brainstorm. Draw 3 cards. Right? I still haven't cast Yorion, so I could blink all this nonsense over again. So if he plays something considerable, like let's say he drew a land, played Drana, and I'm like, no, I'll blink this and then remove it. It's ended turn, so you have to time it a bit tricky, I guess. But yeah, maybe the best thing I would have done, the best thing for him would have been to kill a creature like this and get this back. So he's got 3 blockers, but I could have tapped down for 4 mana. For 2 things. I could have tapped down that, and then swung 6, 5, 3. That's 9, 10, 15, 20 points of damage. So it's lethal. I'm presented lethal anyways. Maybe he figured that out. I think he was just frustrated, and he's like, I don't have enough lands. I also countered this, which was pretty good, and killed that. Anyways, that's Yorion. Let me show you the deck. So again, this is in honor of Ukraine. What, did they get anything good? Oh, it's new. It's enchantment. Nice. Give us that snake general to play in Brawl. Magic, if you're listening. What was his name from? I think it was from the old Kamigawa block. Make him available so I can do some cool snake tribal in green. It's a mono green though. Oh, Yorion. That's what I wanted to do. Show you this deck. I haven't named it yet. In honor of the Ukrainians. Here's the deck. I'm gonna go through it so you can pause at any point. I think I have 3 counter spells. Oh, no, 4. 4? So not that many. Ways to draw is important. Gain some life. And there's Heliod. I have him in my deck. Oh, let me tell you about this guy. So, where is he? Mind Flayer. He grabs a creature, but if he dies, they get the creature back. But so what you do is you cast the Mind Flayer target, you take control, all that resolves. End of turn, where's Thassa? You blink with Thassa, and the creature comes back under your control. And that way, if they get rid of the Flayer, you keep the creature. This row is pretty heavy, meaning big mana spells. But yeah, it's important. That's why I have omniscience, omniscience. I know that really bugs some people. I like to have fun at the LGS when I say omniscience, and people are like, that's omniscience, and they get into this like tirade about how you're supposed to properly pronounce it. Hey, I identify this card as omniscience. Don't get mad at me. Don't hate me for it. Anyway, so it's in here. You could get into some crazy loops where you're drawing and putting things down, bouncing, and yeah. Giving the ability. Do we have that ability? Is there enchantment that gives flash? Is there enchantment that gives flash? Well, there is in regular Commander, but in Historic Brawl? Oh yeah, this. Ley Line of Anticipation might be a good card. Playing this deck at instant speed would be pretty darn good, but what do you take out? It's so tight. There's 2 board wipes. Need those 2. This is good, but it draws cards. This could go, but if you resolve this, so creatures have protection from the chosen card type. What types of cards are there? I guess like instant, land, sorcery, enchantment. I think that's where that sits. I haven't resolved this yet, so what does it say? Yeah. And it's flying 7/7. Who doesn't like that? Epiphany, Kiora. This thing's a house. I like this. Nezahal is great too. So is Ulamog. And it's surprising you get to enough mana to be able to cast that stuff. Especially if this gets, where is he? Where's my Solemn? If Solemn gets unchecked, you can blink him each turn. Let's say you have a Thassa's out, right? Thassa Deep Dwelling. Every turn you're getting a land. In no time you'll have enough mana for this thing. Also, there's a learn ability with... I'm liking this... where is it? Oh, Sparring Regime. I'm really liking this enchantment. For 3 mana, it's essentially a loot ability, your choice. For cards weighing you down, like you have an early Omniscience and Sparring Regime is played, you can pitch the omniscience and get a swap it for another card. And when you attack, it's just like, here, grow your creatures and untap them, which is pretty good, especially when you have flyers. So that's the deck. Yeah, maybe that. Maybe that enchantment is a good thing to add to the deck. So there you go, Yorion. My, let's name it, rename it. The Ukraine deck. Blue-white control. And some aggro. So it's got a lot of tools. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Tinker with it. I'm going to tinker with it for sure. See if I need to add anything. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. Talk to you soon. Ciao.